January. You will have your work cut out at the beginning of the year, when negotiations will start, on the 1st, but then will probably be frozen until mid-February. Whatever you do, don't force the issue on the 1st, and while your bold proposals will seem to rally support around the 13th and 14th, be careful on the 15th, when power-related issues will back you into a tight corner and force you to downgrade your demands. Be prepared to at the end of the month to suffer disappointment in love, or go through a moment of crisis in your love life, or it could be frustration in terms of creativity. Advice for this month. A month which will require cooperation rather than opposition. Try to tone things down a little to avoid setbacks and wait for the dialogue to start up again, in February. Dialogue will have a special place until 18th February and business will pick up again from the 11th. A month for taking steps towards others in your love life and at work, with an attempt to advance your chess pieces slowly but surely. You won't be able to avoid the remonstrations of your creditors or those holding the purse strings around 23rd January, but will hold out come hell or high water and end up heading in the right direction towards your destiny on 26th February, when you will show great determination, as well as definite intuition. This will be right for you. Advice for this month. A month for relaunching debate and asserting your needs without pushing things too far. That is, if you don't want to be put in your place on the 6th and 23rd, when you won't go down well with everyone. March. Stormy weather warning for everyone and especially those born in the second decan. You will have to face a square aspect between Uranus and Pluto for a final time, last but not least, since 2013. This will derail things profoundly and should ultimately help you to assert your will and notably your enormous craving to widen your horizons and fulfill some of your ambitions which are dear to your heart. It will be an opportunity this month to conclude a stormy era and move on a stage. You will definitely have to endure tail end of the storm, until 2016, but you can rely on Jupiter to offer you opportunities, maybe from 3rd March. To speed things up and head for something new. Advice for this month. A month creating a stir and some sparks. Maybe this is ultimately to awaken your enthusiasm and make you decide to get your head down without further qualms towards something new. April. Up until 20th April, you will have just one thing in mind, to push back the boundaries as far as possible and realize your ambitions. Watch out for rivalries and events in particular that could come out of nowhere and stand in the way of your advancement, on 5th and 6th April. Caution as well in your discussions with those above you, who will be waiting to pounce and you will find it really hard to talk them round on the 18th, if you don't tone things down, or you assert your authority and desire to go for it. The message will get across more easily from 21st May and you could claim a few open successes, including in your love life, from 29th April, ending the month on the point of realizing your dreams. Advice for this month. If you give up on the idea of forcing the issue this month, you could end up getting what you want by playing on your charms, proving your loyalty and goodwill, and winning everyone over to your side. May. A month when you are going to feel very exposed in your social life. You will clearly have every intention of defending your vision of the future and your beloved projects, but it's not certain that people will follow you without protest, or without trying to back you into a tight corner. You will spend a lot of time negotiating and sometimes prevaricating, with the temptation to rebel when exchanges with others are cut from 19th May. You will therefore be forced to tread water while waiting for dialogue to be relaunched, though not before 11th June. In the meantime, try not to get anyone's back up, especially your bank managers, by raising a hue and cry and probably overdoing it in their opinion. Be particularly careful of misunderstandings that could arise and disrupt communication, which would obviously not work in your favor. Advice for this month. A month when everyone and everything will seem in league against you. Wait until the milder climate next month to speak openly and show your hand, trump cards included. In particular. June. A month that will unanimously favor your progression on all fronts. Business will pick up again and seem ready to fulfill your hopes and expectations from the start of the month. Your love life, those born in the first decan, will benefit this month from your desire to look deeply into the subject and channel your emotions. Other Leos will benefit from the presence of a languorous and charming Venus to win over all and sundry or rekindle the flame, on 9th and 29th June, ardently and successfully. Advice for this month. A golden month for everyone, which you should use to your advantage by being ultra careful in your exchanges with others, whether at work or at home. A special mention for those born in the second decan, who should create sparks, around 22nd June. July. A month for taking a step back regarding events taking place during a rather busy first half of the year. Don't try to rally your troops in July or reveal your strategies. Be content to surf along during a rather benevolent first week, when whatever you say or do won't meet with adversity. Caution, however, from 6th July, when the wind will turn and you would do well to deal with your potential detractors and all those lying in wait behind the scenes. Be careful on the family front, those born in the third decan, on 14th July, when you could feel rejected by your loved ones. In fact, beware of everyone and everything on the 13th, 15th, 19th and 25th, when someone will be trying to create trouble for you. Advice for this month. Preferably, a month for focusing on reflection. It will give you time to learn the lessons of the past, recent or distant, but above all, avoiding a tendency to ruminate and chew the cud. August. Venus will have been strolling through your signs since June and won't make your relations with your family any easier, those born in the third decan. You will feel it as urgent to keep your distance or sort out a difference or recurring problem at the beginning of the month, especially between 3rd and 5th August. You will basically find it hard to make yourself understood and could suffer from indifference or pressure brought to bear on you. The second half of the month looks set to be more clement for everyone, especially those born in the second decan, who will create sparks in their love lives on the 19th. Or succumb with delight to the dizzying spiral of love. For those born in the first decan, it will be money that will be of interest and which could land in your pocket at the end of the month, on the 26th. Advice for this month. A rather gloomy summer month for those born in the second decan, bringing a life cycle to an end and settling some family scores. Above all, don't let yourself be beaten down by the difficulties you encounter at the moment, as the decisions you take will depend on your maturity and ability to rebuild things in line with your own codes of behavior. September. Be careful you don't take your desires as reality this month, when Jupiter will favor financial incomings and speculation, those born in the first decan, but if you overdo things, you could hit a snag or feel disillusioned, especially around 17th September, when you won't be immune from errors of calculation. It will be up to you to correct your aim on 23rd September, when your head will basically be fairly and squarely back on your shoulders. However, caution is recommended at the end of the month, on the 26th, when you could take things too far and be forced to revise your beloved plans downwards. Advice for this month. Those born in the first decan will want to be enterprising and will be able to be so, but not without respecting certain rules about caution. October. Communication will be the name of the day, and from 9th October, potential barriers will give way in the face of your convincing arguments and some could achieve some exploits with success. And why not hit the jackpot and achieve the means you need to improve your everyday life? There will be some wonderful prospects to optimize by putting yourself on the line and getting your messages across enthusiastically. And why not by playing on your charm to end up winning the day? Advice for this month. Around the 11th, a powerful point this month, you could begin to reap the fruits of your past labors. So, Get yourself moving to reinforce the good impression you are making on those around you and prepare for a well-earned success. November. A promising first half of the month, one which will enable you to continue to make an impression and score points. Try then to watch your back and make your position secure, because the end of the month looks set to be more troublesome, and for some, those born in the first decan, it will be disappointing. This will particularly apply to your love life, where you will be tempted to run, avoid your other half or hold him, her responsible. Be careful too in business matters, where you won't be immune from frustration or misunderstandings, which will get you down, because this will probably put the dampers on your present enthusiasm. Advice for this month. The month will start well and end badly. Try to anticipate potential worries, mainly those born in the first decan, by getting events into perspective and channeling those doubts getting you down. December. Your love life will be your main concern in December. Those born in the first decan will have difficulty in recovering from the upheavals at the end of the last month, and those born in the second decan will be on edge. Only those born in the third decan will seem capable of ending the year on a high note, as long as they don't chew the past over and over, as they will need to draw a line underneath whether they like it or not. Advice for this month. A month to be forgotten, so you can begin 2016 on a high note and on good form. Happy New Year.